Six-man action in the ring. We've got Gemini Kid, Jesse El Fuego Ortega, and the rookie Roy Wilkins in six-man action facing off against Julius Augustus, Marcellus King, and Michael McAllister.
Yeah, this is pretty much a grudge rematch from 2 weeks ago at our December 3rd taping. The teams are the same, except young Roy Wilkins is taking the place of Brass Monkey, who got his redemption earlier against Sean Powers in a big way. Right now, trying to break everything down for you, pretty much Marcellus King, Julius Augustus are the #1 contenders. Well, after tonight, they will be the #1 contenders to whoever comes out of the title match later on to the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team titles. And of course, their partner is that little runt, that scoundrel, and so many other edges that cannot be said, Michael McAllister. He used to be the assistant commissioner, but his power has been thankfully usurped by Commissioner William L. Cross.
What exactly does he do now? I mean, I see him in the dressing room and he's like standing around with his hands in his pocket.
Yeah, he doesn't do much except give out orders to those that for some reason he has conned into listening to him.
Tell you what, it was McAllister that put the $5,000 bounty on the head of Slick Ric Converse to keep him from being here tonight at Battlecade.
Yeah, and I guess that didn't pay off because he had about everyone in the locker room gunning for Ric Converse. But Ric Converse is here. The cage match is going to go down. And Michael McAllister, not surprisingly, needs a little help in double teaming the Gemini Kid. Roy Wilkins, it just is what's going to be his 3rd professional match ever. Got some shots in on Michael McAllister as Gemini and Jesse Ortega are squared off with Marcellus King and Julius Augustus.
Oh, big boot in the midsection. We've got all 6 men going at it. Looks like they're all going to lock up. We could have a dance going here. It's beginning to look like a square dance. McAllister is out.
Yeah, we're doing a little do-si-do here as Gemini and Jesse Ortega have the suplex hook. Roy Wilkins getting a little help in as well. It's going to be a triple one on Marcellus and Augustus.
Oh my goodness, that's a 3-on-2. I mean a double team. It's a triple team.
That is a triple team. It is a handicapped suplex to be sure as Gemini Kid now pulling Julius Augustus back to the corner.
So you're saying it's a handicap suplex because Michael McAllister's on the other team?
Yeah. Any match Michael McAllister is a handicap for his squad.
Tell you what, Jesse Ortega's got the head, the shoulders of big, flex phenomenal. Julius Augustus locked up right now. The referee is making sure there's nothing going on in between there. Shouldn't be. Slings him off, goes up for a drop kick. He's not there.
And Julius Augustus and Marcellus King, they call themselves Alpha and Omega. They have made big waves. They won the Tag Team Battle Royal back in Bear Creek on November 19th. That show coming soon to DVD on CWFShopZone.com. When they won that Battle Royal, they earned the right to go to Bay City, Michigan and compete for the AWA World Tag Team titles.
That's right. Looks like Michael McAllister's actually showing us a little bit of offense here. All of it's pretty much under the table, the kind of stuff that Gemini Kid wouldn't teach at the dojo.
Yeah, the eye poke right, but a very accurate eye poke, which is about the only offensive maneuver, and he slaps Jesse Ortega. I believe he caught a thumb in the eye there as well, because a slap is not going to take Ortega down.
Yeah, and Ortega's struggling to get back up here. McAllister's still got hold of the wrist. Looks like Ortega's going to try to roll his way out. McAllister just give up on it, dropped an elbow.
Actually, that was very smart of McAllister because he was caught with that maneuver 2 weeks ago, and this time McAllister simply let go of the arm, let Ortega roll through himself, and now proceeded to kick Ortega right in the back of the head.
Wait a minute, you mean McAllister is capable of learning?
He's capable of learning how to cheat better. That's about it. Oh, Ortega caught him that time.
That's right. Looked like a little bit of an equalizer with the boot of Jesse Ortega. Ortega's going to put it back to him again, and McAllister's belly down on the mat.
Yeah, my apologies if you can see me smile, if you can feel my smile through my commentary every time McAllister gets smacked in the face.
That's right, McAllister's in a world of hurt. He needs to get over to his corner now, but it looks like Ortega's chopping him into his corner.
You know, Ortega owes some payback and then some on Michael McAllister. Jesse Ortega had a 24 title defense run of the television title. He made 24 successful title defenses, that TV title, in 2005. And if it wasn't for Michael McAllister scheduling matches against Ortega, I bet you Ortega would still be champion today, and that title reign would be into the 30s by now.
That's a very good possibility. You see, rookie Roy Wilkins just took a boot to the top of the foot, a beautiful textbook cheat move again by McAllister.
Yeah, not surprisingly, you know, there's one one guy McAllister may have a touch more experience than is it may be over Roy Wilkins, but Roy Wilkins has been training under the tutelage of the Gemini Kid, his tag team partner there, and if Gemini Kid can do one thing, that is create great professional wrestlers.
Yeah, he's got a tendency to create a few monsters too, as we've seen in the past.
Yeah, Gemini Kid runs the CWF training school here in Burlington, North Carolina. And of course, if you've ever been interested in becoming what a professional wrestler can truly be, please go to CWFMid-Atlantic.com. Send all your inquiries in, because some of the greatest, actually I'd say pretty much 75% of the athletes that you will see on Battlecade VI, this huge event tonight, have all come from some form or fashion out of the CWF training camp.
That's right, they've all been a part of it, where they're training, brushing up their skills, learning a few extra little moves, adding a finishing move to the repertoire. It can all be done there. But I'm going to tell you another thing. If you want to be an entertainer, somebody that does something like bra and panties matches,
please don't come.
Don't come.
Yeah,
don't bother. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, I mean, it's for professional wrestlers that are athletes, not entertainers that just want to, have this little fantasy about wrestling once in a while.
Well, maybe they just want to be on cable TV. I mean, what else could it be?
Double suplex by Alpha and Omega on Roy Wilkins, taking him down. A little celebration there by Julius Augustus. Too early though, I'm sure, because Roy Wilkins, you don't get trained by Gemini Kid and get pinned by a double suplex.
That's right, and Wilkins is still down. Big elbow by Julius Augustus, the flex phenomenal Julius Augustus, as he likes to remind me daily.
Yeah, and then now we have to mention too, Jesse Ortega, also trained by the Gemini Kid. Jesse Ortega, some of you going way back may remember his grandfather that wrestled Antonio Inoki in 1974 over in Japan. Had obviously a big match at Kawasaki Stadium then. Ortega has that bloodline, and it just took Gemini Kid to really continue on that progress and make Jesse Ortega the great professional that he is today.
Well, it was Ortega's grandfather that actually sent him to the Carolinas to polish up on his craft.
Big knee into the ribs there by Marcellus King, and without question, Marcellus King is the monster in this match. Marcellus King came within a hair's breadth of winning the 5th annual CWF Rumble this year. He was in there with Ric Converse. It was down to those two, and it really wouldn't have shocked me to see Marcellus King emerge victorious in that match.
Yeah, Marcellus King is an impressive individual. He's not been here in the Mid-Atlantic area, 5, 6, 7 months. He's made an indelible print on both the tag team and the singles scene here. He just about had Wilkins rolled over for a pin, but the referee's busy keeping somebody else out of the ring.
And let's not forget one thing. The only man in this match that has never had his shoulders pinned to the mat is Marcellus King.
That is correct. I cannot remember seeing that happen now that you mentioned it.
Julius Augustus now one-on-one with Roy Wilkins. I'll tell you one thing. The game plan of the McAllister team, it's going great, because the one guy they would want to isolate, beautiful Northern Lights and bridge by Augustus there. First time I've seen him break that maneuver out. But their game plan had to be isolate Roy Wilkins, tear this rookie apart. I'm sure Roy Wilkins they couldn't have come into this match 100% anyway. I mean, the way he was eliminated in the Tag Team Battle Royal a month ago, the way El Toro Rojo tore his head off 2 weeks ago in that RGL semifinal bout.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, there's no quitting Roy Wilkins. Now, talk about weakest link. The weakest link is back in the ring. Michael McAllister, maybe Wilkins can take advantage of this situation and get to his corner and make a tag.
Boy, I would love to see Roy Wilkins somehow get a win over Michael McAllister. I tell you, you want to talk about getting the fans behind you. They're already a little enamored anyways with Roy Wilkins after he bailed Ultra Dragon out big time at Battlecade VI. But if he could somehow pin Michael McAllister to the canvas here, he's going to be the new hero for 2006.
Michael McAllister is in a new situation. He's not used to being in the ring with somebody that fights back.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, he's not used to being in the ring, period, unless the guy has already been torn half apart.
Yeah, you mean like you got a 3-on-1 situation in the corner over here, a towel being involved, all 6 men in the ring now.
Gemini Kid, Jesse Ortega can take no more, and it is broken loose. Gemini Kid, Ortega duking it out with Alpha and Omega as Roy Wilkins and Michael McAllister are finally resuming their battle there. Marcellus King tossing Gemini on the outside, and I believe Julius Augustus just went to the outside as well, courtesy of Ortega.
And I tell you what, Michael McAllister and Wilkins are still in close with each other, fighting in a lot of uppercuts, a lot of big elbows. They're going with the forearms now. Wilkins is by himself in the ring with McAllister.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, this was completely broken down to a one-on-one move with McAllister and Wilkins, and referee Charles Richardson thankfully is keeping his attention on the ring, which is more than we can say for what referee Red Jones did in the six-man 2 weeks ago.
That's right, and Roy Wilkins in a world of hurt. I mean, there's nobody in his corner to make the tag too. So Wilkins is going to fire back on McAllister. McAllister staying with him though.
Yeah, Ortega just went to the chairs on the outside. A big drop kick right to the ribs by Roy Wilkins. I don't know if McAllister had a game plan or not going into that as he came off the rope there. Wilkins met him with a big drop kick, and now Wilkins, can Roy Wilkins do it? Come on, Roy, get up there.
Tell you what, Roy Wilkins is going to put it all on the line. You got to wonder about it. We know he's a rookie. It's very well documented. This is a very young man, very limited experience, and he's signaling he's going to the top rope.
Yeah, but he needs to do more than signal. He needs to get up there as everyone else still battling on the outside. Michael McAllister laying prone on the canvas. Roy Wilkins off the top. No, Marcellus King in. Caught him with the spear coming up the top.
I tell you what, that could be 2 or 3 broken ribs. McAllister down for the cover.
Oh, I guarantee you.
Referee's going to count. And this is preposterous.
I'm sure Roy Wilkins was just about broken in two by the spear, and maybe, just maybe, I could have lived with it a little better if it was Marcellus King that got the 3 count. But for the love of God, not Michael McAllister getting the win, not him.
I tell you what, it's a sad day here for us. You got Flex Phemonenal, Julius Augustus, his partner Marcellus King, and I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I mean, you look at him, he's reprehensible. Michael McAllister, what is the point of this human being?
That little runt has won 2 straight, but it's not because of a lick of ability of his own.
McAllister, that's 2 times you pulled one over on us. In January, we're coming back in New York knockouts. And they call it knockout for a reason. And you better believe I'm going to get you in the ring and I'm going to knock you out.